Hello, and welcome to the train station. Every time I say it, it gets weirder, but that's okay. Welcome aboard to the train station. If this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for the support. And if you are someone who keeps a coming back, thank you as well. Today we're doing, hi Janita. Today we're doing Horton Hears a Who. I love Dr. Seuss. Hi Molly, hi Trisha. I love Dr. Seuss so much. Actually, I have my students writing stories that rhyme for kids because I thought it would be funny. Oh, hello. Hi, Walker. What's up, cutie? It's really funny. Hi, Jennifer and Lorenzo. It's really funny as I'm looking at myself in the camera, right? I feel like a who. Like, because of the way the paint is, I feel like my mouth is like one of those weird animal mouths. It's really odd. Oh, that's funny. Hi. So today we're doing Horton Hears a Who. And if you haven't heard this story, this is one of the best stories. These stories are so great for kids learning to read because it keeps their attention, because it rhymes, and because the pictures are so cute. A who? Yeah, I feel like a who mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh. Like, what's his name? Grinch mouth. It's funny. It's weird from far away. Like, when I was doing it close up, it looked different. And now that I'm like farther away, I just look really odd. Like, I don't have a top lip at all. It looks really weird. Oh my God. Hi, Anne. So yeah, it's really funny. As you can see, what is being held by my trunk leads down. And this is the little flower that the Who's are on. The Who's live in this little flower. Just in case you didn't see this before. It does look like a who mouth, but you look amazing. Thanks, Molly. Oh my God, you're the best. It was really hard to do an elephant. I was going to do big elephant ears, but instead I just drew my little ears. I don't know. So I'm gonna put my little hat on so you can see my little thing. But anyway, so Horton Hears a Who. This is one of my faves. I really like this story a lot. Okay, are you ready? And here we go. Make sure that if you're just popping on, say hi or say something so I know that you're there. Otherwise, if I'm reading and I don't see you pop on, I'm not going to be able to say hi and thank you. So that's it. So this is Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss. Fave. Hi, Skyla. Oh, and Deshawn and Daisy and Ray. I know you guys are all there. And Anthony, hopefully. All right. Here we go. On the 15th of May, in the jungle of Newell, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise. Thank you, Nana. Isn't he cute? I love elephants. Elephants are my favorite. So Horton stopped splashing. He looked toward the sound. That's funny, thought Horton. There's no one around. Then he heard it again, just a very faint yelp, as if some tiny person were calling for help. I'll help you, said Horton, but who are you? Where? He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there, but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air. Oh, I love how Horton is drawn. I say, murmured Horton, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that is able to yell. So you know what I think? Why, I think that there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust, some sort of creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that he'll blow in the pool he has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him because, after all, a person's a person no matter how small. I love that. A person's a person no matter how small. Isn't that good? It's good stuff. So gently and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air, and he lifted the despuk and carried it over and placed it down safe on a very soft clover. That's what's on my nose, a little clover. You see him? No. Huh, humphed a voice. 'Twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in her pouch said, too. Why, that speck is as small as the head of a pin. A person on that, why, there never has been. Thinks he knows everything. Even when I do that, I go, that looks funny. Oh, my God. Believe me, said Horton, I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite keen, and I heard them quite clearly. I know there's a person down there, and what's more, quite likely there's 2, even 3, even 4, quite likely. A family for all that we know, a family with children just starting to grow. So please, Horton said, as a favor to me, try not to disturb them. Just please let them be. Oh. Look at the little family. Aren't they cute? I think you're a fool, laughed the sow kangaroo. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. You're the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Nool. And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool. What terrible splashing, the elephant frowned. I can't let my very small persons get drowned. I've got to protect them. I'm bigger than they. So he plucked up the clover and hustled away. Hi, Polly. Oh, hi, Charitza. Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread. He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Just look at him walk with that speck on that flower. And Horton walked, worrying almost an hour. Should I put the speck down? Horton thought with alarm. If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't. After all, a person's a person, no matter how small. Thanks, Polly Cakes. I know, right? It is a party tonight. Holy macanoli. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint, and he could just barely hear it. Speak up, please, said Horton, and he put his ear near it. My friend, came the voice, you're a very fine friend. You've helped us all folks at the dust speck no end. You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores. Aw. The little people on the speck are thankful. Isn't that cute? You mean, Horton gasped, you have buildings there too? Oh, yes, piped the voice. We most certainly do. I know, called the voice. I'm too small to be seen, but I'm mayor of a town that is friendly and clean. Our buildings to you would be terribly small, but to us who aren't big, they are wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, for I am a Who, and we who are all thankful and grateful to you. And Horton called back to the mayor of the town, you're safe now. Don't worry. I won't let you down. Oh. But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, 3 big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck. The Wickersham brothers came shouting, what rot! This elephant's talking to who's who are not. There aren't any who's, and they don't have a mayor, and we're going to stop all this nonsense, so there. They snatched Horton's clover. They carried it off to a black-bottomed eagle named Vladikov, a mighty strong eagle, a very swift wing. And they said, will you kindly get rid of this thing? And before the poor elephant even could speak, the eagle flew off with the flower on his beak. I mean, why can't people just mind their business? Who cares, even if Horton was talking to himself? It's the problem. Rude. All that late afternoon and far into the night, that black-bottomed bird flapped his wings in fast flight. while Horton chased after with groans over stones that tattered his toenails and battered his bones, and begged, "Please don't harm all my little folks who have as much right to live as us bigger folks do." But far, far beyond him, that eagle kept flapping, and over his shoulder called back, "Quit your yapping! I'll fly the night through. I'm a bird, I don't mind it, and I'll hide this tomorrow where you'll never find it." Thanks, Janita. Thanks, Anne, for the validation. And at 6:56 the next morning, he did it. I'm sure it was a terrible place that he hid it. He let that small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers 100 miles wide. "Find that," sneered the bird, "but I think you will fail." And he left with a flip of his black-bottomed tail. Isn't that lousy? Look at where he dropped it. You guys see that they all look the same? Isn't that rough? How's he going to find it? Ugh. So stressful. And I know what happens. "I'll find it," cried Horton. "I'll find it or bust. I shall find my friends on that small speck of dust." And clover by clover by clover with care, he picked up and searched them and called, "Are you there?" But clover by clover by clover, he found that the one that he sought for was just not around. And by noon, poor old Horton, more dead than alive, had picked, searched, and piled up 9,005. I probably would have gave up. Okay, maybe I wouldn't have, but that's awful. Poor Horton. Then on through the afternoon, hour after hour, till he found them at last on the 3,000,000th flower. "My friends," cried the elephant, "tell me, do tell, are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well?" I know, isn't it so weird? And it's just paint. It's so odd. He found them. And that's so sweet. Too sweet. From down in the speck came the voice of the mayor. "We've really had trouble much more than our share. When that black-bottomed birdie let us go and we dropped, we landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped. Our teapots are broken, our rocking chair smashed, and our bicycle tires all blew up when we crashed. So, Horton, please," pleaded the voice of the mayor's, "will you stick by us who's while we're making repairs?" "Of course," Horton answered. "Of course I will stick. I'll stick by you small folks through thin and through thick." I mean, that's a friend. Oh, my God. "Huh," humped a voice. "For almost 2 days you've run wild and insisted on chatting with persons who've never existed. Such carryings on in our peaceable jungle. We've had quite enough of your bellowing bungle. And I'm here to state," snapped the big kangaroo, "that your silly, nonsensical game is all through." And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Me too." With the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of Wickersham uncles and Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws who've helped, I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged. And as far as your dust speck, that we shall boil in a hot steaming kettle of bezelnut oil. Also, this movie is really good. It's on Netflix. Yes, this movie is on Netflix right now. Thank you. It's such a good movie too. Or Disney. Try both. Thank you, Ellen. She's going to check. "Boil it," gasped Horton. "Oh, that you can't do. It's all full of persons. They'll prove it to you." Mr. Mayor," Horton called. "Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove now that you really are there. So call a big meeting, get everyone out. Make every who holler, make every who shout. Make every who scream. If you don't, every who is going to end up in a bezelnut stew." Disney. It's on Disney, guys. And down on the dust speck, the scared little mayor quick called a big meeting in Whoville Town Square, and his people cried loudly. They cried out in fear, "We are here! We are here! We are here! We are here!" Oh. The elephant smiled, that was clear as a bell. You kangaroos surely heard that very well. All I heard, snapped the big kangaroo, was the breeze and the faint sound of wind through the far distant trees. I heard no small voices, and you didn't either. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, Me neither. Hi, Susan. I know, mine too. Grab him, they shouted, and cage that big dope. Lasso his stomach with 10 miles of rope. Tie the knots tight so he'll never shake loose. Then dunk that dumb speck in bezelnut juice. Horton fought back with great vigor and vim, but the Wickersham gang was too many for him. They beat him, they mauled him, they started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mayor, Don't give up, I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And if you very small persons will not have to die if you make yourselves heard, so come on now and try. The mayor grabbed a tom-tom. He started to smack it, and all over Whoville they whooped up a racket. They rattled tin kettles, they beat on brass pans, on garbage pail tops and old cranberry cans. They blew up bazookas and blasted great toots on clarinets, oompas and boompas and flutes. Great gusts of loud racket rang high through the air. They rattled and shook the whole sky, and the mayor called up through the howling, mad hullabaloo, Hey, Horton, how's this? Is our sound coming through? And Horton called back, I can hear you just fine, but the kangaroo's ears aren't as strong quite as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are you sure your boys are doing their best? Are they all making noise? Are you sure every who down in Whoville is working? Quick, look through your town. Is there anyone shirking? Through the town rushed the mayor from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best. Everyone seemed to be yapping or yipping, and everyone seemed to be beeping or bipping. But it wasn't enough, all this ruckus and roar. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through each building. He searched floor to floor. And just as he felt as he was getting nowhere, and almost about to give up in despair, he suddenly burst through a door, and that mayor discovered one shirker quite hidden away in the Fairfax Apartments, apartment 12J. A very small shirker named Jojo was just standing and bouncing a yo-yo. Not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp, and the mayor rushed inside and he grabbed the young twerp. And he climbed with the lad up the Eiffelberg Tower. This, cried the mayor, is your town's darkest hour. This time for all who have blood that is red to come to the aid of their country, he said. We've got to make noises in greater amounts, so open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts. Then he spoke as he climbed. When they got to the top, that lad cleared his throat and he shouted out, Yop! And that yop, that one small extra yop put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on that clover, their voices were heard. They rang out clear and clean, and the elephant smiled. Do you see what I mean? They proved they are persons, no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all. Hi, Andy. How true, yes, how true, said the big kangaroo. And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do? From now on, I'm going to protect them with you. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, Me too. From sun in the summer, from rain when it's fallish, I'm going to protect them, no matter how smallish. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this story so much. And that's the end. And yes, one voice can make the difference. One voice can definitely make the difference, as we all know. So, I hope you enjoyed Horton Hears a Who. This was found for me by Magdalena of the Lawrence Public Library. She is fabulous. I call her usually during the week. I tell her I want a couple of stories, and she hooks me up. And it's like a drive-through. I drive over, pull over. She meets me outside like we're doing a little deal. And then I take out my books. I love you too, Deshawn. You're welcome, Anne. Yeah, isn't that so cute? So she's great. I literally just call in and now they know me. So she's like, how did the books go over last time? They want to know. It's really cute. It's really sweet. She picked a couple of good ones this time around. I can't remember all the titles, but I specifically asked for Horton Hears, who I was just so happy that they had it. Because I love Horton. Definitely check it out on Disney. Oh, Deshawn Lorenzo saying hi. I don't know if you could see it. Look at my Deshawn. Deshawn on a school night. Anyway, thanks for the claps. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for supporting the Trace Station. Thank you, Walker. Oh my God, you're the best. True fan there. True fan. Always comes. Hi, who's that? Is that you, Scarlett, or is that Daisy? Daisy? No problem. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Ann. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming along and hearing Horton Hears a Who. Again, one of my favorite stories. And Lawrence Public Library, along with other libraries, if you call in and tell them that you want a book, they're so happy to like get it ready and you can go pick it up and it's phenomenal. Thank you so much, Ellen. And thank you, Janita. You guys rock. Always coming through and supporting the Trace Station. What do you think about the way I'm now saying the Trace Station? Not that I'm not really thinking about it when I say it. Sometimes I sing it. How would you say it? Do you like, the Trace Station, or do you like the Trace Station? Or do you like singing, or do you just like, welcome to the Trace Station? I'm taking requests. I'm curious. Also, if you have a book that you want read to you, please feel free to drop me an inbox in the Trace Station. I don't know. I think I used to say, welcome to the Trace Station. And then as I got into it, I'm like, welcome to the Trace Station. And then last time I was like, welcome to the Trace Station. It's just different every time. It's kind of silly. Don't overthink it. I've loved all the ways you say it. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Yeah, thank you, Sky. That's so funny. What do you think of my elephant? Could you tell that this is the clover? Could you tell? See how he's holding it in his trunk and it comes down? There was supposed to be enough room up here, but my forehead's not big enough. But what are you going to do? Anyway, choo-choo. I don't know why I just read it like I was a train, but that's funny. It reminded me of the shirt. Remember, Scarlett, that love your face painting all the time. Thank you. You're the best. I was going to make ears, like big ears out of like construction paper, and I didn't have time. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Anyway, guys, thanks again for coming to the Trace Station. Oh, that's not what he said. Doesn't it look so weird? This looks so weird from like far away as I'm like looking at how my mouth looks really odd. Like I'm like, I don't know, it just looks really weird. I look like I have no top lip. The one that Ray had on, the one that he made himself. Remember I sang it? Really? Oh, there was always next time. Always next time for what? Oh, I didn't see. I didn't hear what you said. You went too fast. Too fast, McGee. But yeah, any book you're interested in hearing, feel free to drop a note, send me a whatever, and I will totally try to get that. Oh, right. Yeah, I like it to always be different. Like I did an elephant before when I did the checkerboard elephant. I can't remember what his name was, but I had like a real trunk, but it was kind of like hard to read through. So I just kind of drew this one. I don't know, it came out okay. I kind of like the clover, kind of like brought it to life. Little pink nose. Otherwise it was very blue or gray or whatever color it is. And that's it. All right, guys. Well, gracias again for flying through and stopping at the Trace Station. Stay safe. Talk soon. And see you next time on the Trace Station. Have a lovely evening, my friends, and I will talk to you later. I will call you. Okay, bye, guys. Have a beautiful night. Thank you, everybody. There were so many of you tonight. I can't even name you off. Andrea and Lorenzo and Skyla and Ellen and Janita and Anne and Susan came and Molly and Walker and who am I missing? Jennifer Stanton came, and Deshawn and Daisy and Skyla and Rhea, Walker. Did I say Walker? I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of you. I'm shocked. Lorenzo, I don't know if I said you. Andrea. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And again, if you are interested in hearing a certain story, please feel free to drop me a message, and I'll be more than happy to try to see if I can get that book. Alrighty, have a good night. Stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.